Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back with you. Last Friday, we chatted about a new normal. What is the normal? I'm sure you've had lots of concerns, questions, and worries over the past while. I want to reassure you this morning that we are taking as many precautions. We are ensuring your child's well-being. We're ensuring your child's future at Wynberg Girls Junior School. It's not always easy because we are dependent on information and regulations from the Department of Education. But there are some things that I can reassure you about. One of those is the safety of your children. It gives me great pleasure this morning to welcome two parents to our panel this morning. We have Mr. Daniel Veach, the chairperson of the PTA, and Mr. Duncan Adrians, the treasurer of the governing body. Mr. Veach, would you perhaps like to share with us one of the concerns that parents have at this time?
Yes. So with regards to the PTA, we've had a couple of questions coming in. Some of the parents are more interested to know what has been the impact of COVID on Wynberg Girls.
It has affected all of us. I think the biggest part has been the fear factor, because it is such an unknown. We don't know who it's going to affect and when it's going to affect. Wonderfully, we have not had reports of any of our children being infected with COVID. We have had 3 teachers who have recovered, or 3 staff members who have recovered remarkably well. The biggest aspect for them was probably the emotional side of contracting the illness. We've had a couple of parents who have been really sick, but who have all recovered from this illness. Our girls are back at school and happy to be back at school.
Is the school safe?
Absolutely, as safe as we can make it. It is sanitized several times a day. Every afternoon when the girls leave, the whole place is sanitized. It is sprayed with a solution as prescribed by the World Health Organization, and the girls have learned to ensure that there is social distancing.
Okay. So at this point in time, there should be no reason why girls shouldn't be starting to make their way back to school to complete this academic year.
Absolutely. We put in as much as we can. There is no greater risk here than what there is going out to the shops, going and visiting a friend, which is all legally permitted at this stage. And there's always the risk that you're going to catch some or other bug. A school is an area where there are lots of people, but from a COVID point of view, all the necessary precautions have been put in place. We have got a number of parents and children who have applied for permission to be excused to do online learning, but for the most, there's no need for that extreme anxiety anymore. And we would like to encourage everybody to come back and experience this. Give it a try, see it. What is the process that we have followed to get back to a new normal? It's not just a decision that is lightly made. It's a decision that is debated and consultation is sought on every aspect. Right from the beginning of lockdown, I have had the wonderful support of the school governing body and the financial committee to ensure that all aspects of governance are clearly met. It's great to welcome Mr. Duncan Adrians this morning, the treasurer from the governing body, to give you that reassurance.
Thank you, Mrs. Corkett, and good morning, everyone. I must say, in this time of COVID, we do find ourselves in really unprecedented times. In these unprecedented times, there is normally no script for what we need to do. I can assure you that at the school governing body, as well as the FinCom, probably met once a week, and in some cases, the SGB met twice a week. And top of our agenda was firstly the priority and the safety of all our staff and our pupils and our learners, and making sure that at some point we would be able to return to some level of normality. I believe at the FinCom as well as at the SGB, at times we would either challenge the management team and support them, And I believe that we have supported the management team in all their decisions throughout this lockdown period, and we support them in the decisions that are to be made going forward. And we've worked together as one marvelous team during this lockdown period. And I'm sure you have been concerned that many of us have experienced economic hardship during the COVID lockdown. The school has been not immune to that particular economic hardships. We share in those pains as well at the school. But I can reassure you today that our finances are in good order. Our financial committee, as I've said previously, have met regularly during the lockdown period. We've played out a number of scenarios that could potentially play itself out from a lockdown perspective, and some of our decision making that we've made at the school has been risk-based, it's been adjusted, and our strategy reworked to make sure that we do not end up in serious financial difficulty as we go along. With regards to fees, I believe that our financial health is in good shape. We're now commencing with the 2021 budget and making sure that we can incorporate some measures as well into 2021. I must say that the management team have worked quite hard in trying to find ways of saving costs, and to this end we have found more than 3 million rand where we are able to spare some costs. These costs have really been used to offset the increase in requests for applications for exemptions, of which we have seen a remarkable increase. The exemption is the legitimate route that the school has, as well as the parents, to request for a rebate on fees. So the increase in the rebates have been predominantly used to offset some of the savings we have experienced at the school. And so with that being said, I believe that the 2020 financial year, we should be able to end up on a good footing. We would not be bankrupt, and that we've produced cash flow forecast well into the foreseeable future to make sure that we remain economically and commercially viable.
As head of your PTA, representing all the parents, can I urge you guys to bring your girls back to school? We're going to see some footage now of the classrooms. We are following the strictest protocols here. My girls are back at school, and they are having an absolute blast. There is no need to worry. Everybody here is in unison saying that school is safe and learning can take place again. The girls can come and have fun and let out all that energy and just get on with their education.
It's remarkable when you think Wynberg has been around for 136 years, and I have no doubt that when we are long gone, the school will still continue to provide a wonderful education for our girls and ensure that women take their rightful position as leaders, as academics, as writers, as professionals, as mothers to lead future generations.